Hey everyone, let's talk about something that drives us all crazy. Getting your Windows 11 computer and your Android phone to actually, talk to each other. We're going to dive deep into the best way to bridge that gap. Come on, you can admit it. We've all been there, right? You need a photo or a link that's on your phone, so what do? You email it to yourself. It's clunky, it's slow, but I promise there is a much better way. We're surrounded by these incredibly powerful gadgets, but it feels like they're from different planets sometimes. This great device divide just throws a wrench in our workflow, wastes our time, and makes us do silly things just to get a single file from one screen to the other. Now, to be fair, Microsoft has its own solution for this. It's called PhoneLink, and chances are it's already sitting on your Windows 11 machine, just waiting. It's designed to be that super simple, straightforward answer for most people. And honestly, PhoneLink is pretty slick. The setup is a breeze. You just scan a QR code and you're off to the races. It handles all the basics really well. You get your phone's notifications, you can reply to texts, make calls, and even pull up recent photos right on your desktop. For a simple, no-fuss connection, it's a really solid place to start. But, and there's always a but, right? Here's the catch with PhoneLink. While it's super convenient, it definitely has its limits. Some of the coolest features, like a truly universal clipboard, are weirdly locked down to just Samsung phones and a couple of others. And well, it's a Microsoft product, so its main job is to keep you happily inside their ecosystem. So, what if you want more? What if you want real power, more features, and the freedom to use whatever phone you want? Well, that's where the star of our show comes in, an open-source beast called KDE Connect. See, KDE Connect isn't just another app. It's more like a philosophy. Its entire reason for existing is to tear down those walls between your devices. The goal is to create one unified experience, no matter what logo is on the back of your machine. And when they say all your devices, they are not kidding. Just look at this. We're talking Windows, Android, Linux, macOS, even iOS. This is what true cross-platform freedom actually looks like. Okay, let's put them head to head. You can see right away, PhoneLink absolutely wins on easy setup. It's polished. But after that, KDE Connect just runs the table. It works on everything, its clipboard sync works with any Android phone, and it has these incredible remote control features that PhoneLink doesn't even attempt. And this is where things get really, really cool. KDE Connect is so much more than just seeing your text on your PC. It's a full-blown toolkit for anyone who wants to take control. Let's look at some of these killer features. This, right here, is the one. This is the feature you'll use 100 times a day and wonder how you ever lived without it. You copy a password on your phone and boom, it's just there in your PC's clipboard, ready to paste. No steps in between, it just works. It's like magic. Think about this for a second. You're giving a big presentation and your phone is your slide clicker. Or maybe you're chilling on the couch watching a movie on your PC. You can pause it, crank the volume, even move the mouse around to pick the next episode, all from your phone. That's what KDE Connect does. And the list just goes on and on. You can dig through your phone's entire file system right from your desktop. Send huge files back and forth instantly. Can't find your phone? Make it ring from your PC. You can even check your phone's battery level. And for the real nerds out there, you can set up custom commands to run on your PC with the tap of a button on your phone. It's wild. Okay, so it's powerful, it's open source, it's amazing, but we have to be honest here. There's a reason we're focusing on Windows 11. That very first connection, it doesn't always just work like PhoneLink does. And don't just take my word for it. This quote from a user on Reddit sums up the exact frustration that some people hit. You install everything, you open the apps, and crickets. It can feel like a brick wall, but trust me, it's almost always fixable. This right here. This is a screen that makes people want to give up. Both your phone and your PC are running the app, they're on the same Wi-Fi, but they're acting like total strangers. So let's figure out how to fix it. All right, here's your checklist. Number 1, dive into the Windows firewall and make sure a service called KDE Connect D is allowed through on both private and public networks. Number 2, and this is a big one, check your Wi-Fi router settings for something called AP isolation or device isolation. It's a security feature, but at home, it just stops your own devices from seeing each other. Turn it off. And finally, just triple check they're on the exact same network. You can even open a command prompt and try to ping your phone's IP address to make sure they can actually communicate. And one last quick heads up, there's a known bug for some Windows users where you get spammed with a bunch of generic new notification pop-ups along with the real one. The developers know about it, but it's just something to be aware of. So we've reached the final question. Which one should you actually use? It really boils down to what you value more: dead simple convenience or total, absolute control. And here's the bottom line. If you just want something that works the second you turn it on, that feels like a natural part of Windows, and you don't need all the extra bells and whistles, PhoneLink is a great choice. But if you're the kind of person who wants the most power, the most features, the freedom to connect all your devices, and you don't mind spending 10 minutes in the settings to get it perfect, then KDE Connect is the undeniable champion. And that kind of leaves us with one last big question to think about, doesn't it? In a world where all the big companies are building these beautiful, polished, but ultimately closed-off gardens to keep us in, is the raw power and freedom you get from open-source software worth that little bit of extra effort? That's a question you've got to answer for yourself. Thanks for tuning in.